Before the season starts, it's best advised to organise a meeting for the parents of all kids involved in your soccer team. This is a chance to outline your expectations and aims and goals for the season, and it's especially important to let them know your behaviour guidelines from kids and parents. Informing them of procedures for game days and practices and your personal expectations is essential, and it's even worth handing out your own policy sheet letting them know what you expect from the kids and parents. This will give you something to refer to if kids are continually late for practice or never show up without a call or excuse. Simple things like letting them know they should always bring a ball, shin guards, correct uniform and water are important to include here. With very young children, it is particularly important to have the parents at your practices as much as possible, and you should maybe mention this in your policy sheet. This helps if there are any problems with the kids, and will also help the parents learn the game of soccer themselves and see the development of the kids throughout the season. It is particularly useful when coaching very young children to include their parents in some of the games and drills, so encourage the parents to try and attend as many practices as possible. Setting the right tone from the beginning is essential to let the season run smoothly. This is the time you should appoint an assistant coach or coaches and the appointment of a team parent and letting them know their season's duties. The team parent will typically be given the administration and organisational duties dealing directly with the parents on the team and will let them know the calendar of events throughout the season. The coaches will be left the duty to develop the kids in the soccer environment both on game days and practices. This should all be done informally in a relaxed environment of your choosing. Parents in youth soccer can sometimes create a far bigger problem than any of the kids. You will find that some parents will try and relive their sporting lives through their children and get wrapped up in the whole competition of things. Others will be filled with unrealistic expectations, hoping their child will be the next superstar. Consequently, they place too much emphasis on making sure their kid wins, or has a great game, or looks good. This is a recommended checklist for parents involved in youth soccer. We'll help to distribute this out at the beginning of the season to act as a set of guidelines. This will greatly help in running a trouble-free season with the parents and taking the emphasis of the win-win-win attitude seen far too often. Checklist for parents on and off the soccer field. I maintain a fun is number one attitude. I will treat officials, coaches, my kids, their teammates and their opponents with respect and avoid ridicule or sarcasm. I praise my kids, their teammates and opponents just for participating regardless of their athletic ability. I remember to look for positives with my kids, their teammates and their opponents. I remain calm when my kids or their teammates make a mistake, and I will help them learn from their mistake. I remind my kids and their teammates to stay positive and don't get down on themselves when things don't go too well. I try not to take myself too seriously when it comes to my involvement in youth soccer, reminding myself that there is life beyond youth soccer. I remind my kids to laugh and keep a sense of humour. I emphasise teamwork in soccer with my kids, teaching them to think we instead of me. I teach my kids by giving them good examples of good sportsmanship, winning without gloating and losing without complaining. I will remember that I am a parent, not the coach, and I will try and shout only words of encouragement, not directions from the sidelines. I will applaud good plays, no matter who or what team makes them. I will set a good example with courteous behaviour towards the parents of kids on the other team, and will congratulate them when their kid wins. I will look for examples of good sportsmanship in professional athletes and point them out to my kids, and I will point out the bad examples too and why they upset me. I will maintain to always have fun, even if my child isn't the star. I will enjoy the game while thinking of all the benefits they're gaining with their new skills, new friends and attitudes that can help them through life.